guys, welcome to my kitchen. I know it's been a while that we've been together, but I am super excited for today. We're going to make a few things. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to make a triple chocolate bundt cake. Instead of making one huge cake, we're going to make two smaller bundt cakes so that I can gift them to the neighbors, because you know I'm diabetic, so can't be eating no triple chocolate bundt cake. And my husband, I got him on a diet, so I'm not giving that to him either. So we're going to make two smaller ones. Okay, we're also going to make a cornbread casserole, and we're going to be gifting that to a friend as well. And we're going to make a hamburger potato casserole in the crock pot, and we're going to be gifting that to someone else as well too. We're also going to make a crab penne salad that we're going to be gifting to someone else as well. So none of the food that we're going to be cooking today I will be, or my husband will be eating. These are recipes that we're going to be gifting to someone else, other people, because yeah, they're feeling a little under the weather, so I thought I'd make them a few things to make them kind of feel better. No rhyme or reason why I chose what I chose. It's just recipes that I wanted to share with you guys, so I'm gonna just give them away. So we're gonna get started mixing up our cake, and today I'm gonna cheat by using a box cake, and I'm using this super moist Devil's Food cake mix. We're gonna use, well, if I can get it open, let me get a knife. We're gonna use one box of it. It's going in. Okay. Lay that over there. We're gonna use 1 cup of chocolate milk. It's going in. 1 box of Jello chocolate fudge chocolate pudding is going in. I have my oven preheated to 350 in the background. We have a half a cup of oil going in. 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons, teaspoons of vanilla. 1 and 2. Lay that right there. And we have a half a cup of sour cream going in. Get all that out of there. We want all that goodness out of there. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna put 3 eggs. Put that over there. One. And I always break my eggs in a different cup, they are farm fresh eggs. 2 and 3. I wish y'all could smell this. This smells amazing. Chocolatey. Get this all mixed up. Get all this sour cream off the side here. Try to keep it in the bowl. Guys, my allergies are bothering me today like crazy. I know you can hear me sniffling. They are bothering me bad. All right. Let me pull it back here a little bit so I can get some elbows in this thing. Get that off the bottom. All right, I think I've got that good and incorporated. So I'm gonna take this spray, throw the lid down, and I'm gonna spray both of our pans really good. Make sure you spray the flukes in the middle, because I have had those to stick really bad because I didn't spray all the sides of them. That makes for a really bad cake coming out of there. And like I said, because I want these to be two kind of small ones, I'm gonna half it. I got a mess. Okay, that's about half in this pan. Move this one to the side. And we'll put the other half in this pan. And it says to cook these about 35 to 45 minutes. But since I'm halving mine, I'm not going to cook mine that long. Mine's probably not going to take but about 20 to 25 minutes at the most to cook. I'm going to get these done, get these finished, get these in the oven, and I'll bring y'all back to show y'all what these look like. Okay, now we're going to start our hamburger potato casserole. So in my crock pot, I have a pound of hamburger meat, ground beef, that I got from a local farmer. I already browned it. I didn't cook it completely done. It's still semi-red. As you can see, it's still a little bit pink. So it's not completely done. It says to do it halfway done. So that's what I did. In there it says to add a 32-ounce bag of diced potatoes. Well, I wanted to get the potatoes o'brien with the peppers and onions in it. So that's what I chose. You can get the plain ones or you can get these. These are what I chose. So it says to add these in, because I love peppers and onions. And the people that I'm cooking for, they love peppers and onions. So I knew that they would like this particular kind. So that's why I got this particular kind that I got. And then it says to add a 8-ounce block of sharp cheddar cheese. And it doesn't say to cut it, but I just kind of cut mine in these big pieces just like that, because I didn't want to throw the whole block in there completely intact. So I just kind of cut it, not in any size pieces, just kind of big pieces, in other words. After you add your cheese, it says to add garlic powder, and it doesn't say how much, so I'm just going to add what I think. A generous helping. Salt and pepper to taste. One 16-ounce container of French onion dip. And I've already added in my a quarter of a stick of melted butter. Once you get all this in here, you give it a good stir, and then you cook it on high for 3 hours. And then it's ready to go. So I'm gonna get this cooked and we're gonna try it in 3 hours. We're gonna come back and see how it looks. I'll bring y'all back when it's good and done. Okay, now we're gonna start on our cornbread casserole. In my bowl, I have 2 packages of Jiffy cornbread mix and 1 envelope of ranch seasoning. To this, we are going to add 2 eggs. So let's get our eggs. And I have put my bowl up that I was cracking them in, so let's get something to crack them in. Here we go. So we have 1, 2 eggs. Okay. Let's put this to the side. We have 1 can of drained green chilies. There we go. Gonna add them in. Okay. 1 can of cream corn. 1 can of whole kernel corn, and it has been drained. Get the rest of that out of here. Okay. Let's see what else we need. Sour cream and milk. Let's get milk. Let's get the sour cream. And a measuring cup. One cup of milk. Okay. And for the rest of this tube, from what I took out earlier, that should be about the right amount of sour cream. Because of how much the tubes hold. Alright. Let's get our spoon. I didn't get nothing before I turned that camera on, did I? Alright. This looks good. Let's get all this mixed together. And it says bake on 350 for 45 minutes. And we're going to bake it in this full pan here. I've already sprayed it. So I'm going to bake this. And I'll be right back. And we'll show y'all how it turns out. It looks and smells amazing. And I'll be right back. Okay, so now everybody, we're gonna work on our crab salad. So in my bowl here, I got a 16-ounce box of penne pasta made according to the box directions. So what we're gonna add to this is 2 cups of sharp shredded cheddar cheese. I'm gonna try to keep it in the bowl too. I'm going to add that to it. I got some bacon bits here. And I'm just going to add about a handful. Maybe a little more. Bacon makes everything better like butter. Whew, my allergies are killing me. And I have a 14-ounce thing of invitation crab meat that I'm going to try to get into here. Let's just use the knife. That's what I laid it there for. All right, and we're gonna flake all this in here. Okay. And I'm just gonna try to take my hands and kind of break it up a little bit. That way we got a bite in, a piece in every bite. Okay. All right. That looks pretty good there. Now, I got these little petite green peas. I'm going to open these up. And I don't cook these. I just use them right out of the bag. I let them thaw though. I do let them thaw out. And I just put, I don't know, what I think looks like a good amount in there. All right. Get all this stirred up real good. This looks really good. Okay. And then I make homemade ranch dressing. I take the ranch packet and I mix a cup of milk and a cup of mayonnaise with it. And that's what I have in this bowl. And usually I try to make it the day before and let it sit overnight. Didn't get to do that this time, and because it thickens it more when you do that. But like I said, I didn't get to do that this time. And I just add a little bit. Let me get a paper towel. I've made a mess. Making a mess everywhere. There was a rag right there. And I just add a little bit and then I kind of stir and see if that's like the dressing consistency that I want. And usually I end up, for this much pasta and stuff, about a cup of dressing in there. And some people like more dressing, some people like less dressing, but I usually end up with about a cup. And as it sits, sometimes it soaks up more dressing than it does, you know, other times. Yeah, I think I want just a little bit more in there because it's kind of thin. And like I said, if you could make this dressing the day before, it's thicker. It has time to sit and it's a little bit thicker and it works better. But this time I didn't make it ahead of time because I kind of didn't know that this was the recipe I was making. So, all right. Just like that. And we're going to add some pepper to it. And I like to add extra pepper. And the ranch is kind of salty, so I don't add a lot of salt, just a little. And then I add garlic powder to it. And the ranch has some garlic powder, so I don't go crazy with the garlic powder. And just give it another mix. And there you go. You could put that in a serving bowl and look how beautiful that is. It has a lots of colors in it. And it's good as a side dish for barbecue, fried chicken. I mean, you can pair this with anything or you can just have it for a meal by itself. So I'm going to get the rest of the stuff ready for us to take a taste. And I'll bring y'all right back. Okay guys, right down here in front of me, I have all this wonderful food we have cooked today. We have our 2 mini bundt cakes. We have our crab salad that we made, crab and pasta salad. We have our cornbread casserole. And right over here in the crock pot, I just left it in the crock pot staying warm, we have our hamburger potato casserole. But I have some on my plate here that we are going to taste together. And this is how it turns out looking, minus the pea that's supposed to be in the other salad. But that's how it turns out looking right there. So I've decided that we are going to give these a taste together and see how they taste. Minus the cakes. I'm not going to cut those pretty cakes. Aren't they beautiful? I just took and dusted them with a little bit of powdered sugar. And they are so cute. I think they're really going to love them. So let's try the pasta crab salad first. It's creamy. The crab is amazing. That is really good. The first bite didn't have crab in it, so I had to go back and get a bite of the crab. The ranch dressing, it makes all the difference when you make your own. It really does. Okay, so now we're going to try the cornbread casserole. It's really good. I've never tried a cornbread casserole before. It's creamy. The little green chilies did not make it spicy. That is really good. It's hard to explain. It's hard to describe. It's really good. It's not dry. It's moist. It's creamy in there. I mean, that is really good. I think the one thing I would do is add a little cheese to it. I think it needs a little cheese in it, but other than that, it's really good. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. Yours will be a little thicker because I did divide mine into 2 small pans so that each one of them would have their own pans, but that is really good. I mean, that's amazing. I never thought that would be so good. I was doubting it when I started to try the recipe, but that's amazing. I just don't know how to describe that, but other than wonderful. That's the word for it, wonderful. Okay, let's try the hamburger potato casserole. That's good. The onions, the peppers, getting the potato brine was a wonderful idea. And not just the potatoes. That was amazing. The peppers, the onions, they really complement it. The cheese, spot on. The sour cream, spot on. Everything, spot on. The only thing I think I would do different is not put quite as much butter. The French's onion dip is really good in there. The fresh hamburger meat, amazing. I would just cut back on the butter a little bit, but other than that, amazing. That's something we're going to be making a lot more. That's really good. That would also be good with breakfast sausage in it for a early morning casserole. That would be really good for a breakfast casserole. It really would. Instead of the hamburger meat, put the scrambled up breakfast sausage in it. That would be really good for that. Yeah, I would do that. And serve it in the morning time, especially in Christmas morning. That would be really good. Thank you guys for joining me today in my kitchen. Thank you for hanging out with me as I made these foods for my neighbors. I appreciate you, all my subscribers. I love you guys. Join me next week to see what I'll be cooking. Bye.